Good morning on this beautiful day. Welcome to Homemade and Homegrown. I'm Tammy Sousa. What an amazing day. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's about time because we've had a lot of rain and cold and overcast and cloudy. So this is going to make for a great day and a great day to work in. We have a gentleman that came over to our house yesterday, stopped by, and he spotted our old apple tree. And he's an arborist and a photographer, and he asked if it would be okay if he cut it down. Well, we had a plan. God knew we had a plan that we were going to cut it down this year. So he brought a gentleman over to take care of it for us. So praise God, thank you. But he also makes things out of all these old pieces of wood. So I just finished talking with him, and he said, well, what he'll do is he'll bring me something. It'll probably take a year or two because it's got to dry. But he'll make me a beautiful cutting board. So I'll get something out of that old tree. That tree was something that I climbed up as a child, and so it was kind of bittersweet to see that old boy go. But we're doing our chores this morning, and got a few things to do in the garden. So this morning, because of the gorgeous day, I've let the girls out, so they're happy as can be. They're going to be grazing all day long, pecking all day long. They're going to have a good day too. So let's see how many eggs we got today. Okay, so we got one in here. That's a fake one. Got one there. And what do we got over here? They all love to lay in this box. It's quite funny. Right, we got another fake one in the middle. So, one, and then we got one single one here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Where are you going, girls? Running down the hill. Hey, Gabby, they left you behind. She's like, yeah, that's okay. I got the seeds here. You came back. How come you came back? What's going on? You gonna go back to the house? Okay. Maybe you gotta lay an egg? Well, little boy, it's bittersweet.
Take the cut as slow as I can.
Oh yeah.
Grew out.
That's where it was originally?
Originally, this tree probably started, the center of it was probably about there. Even though it looks like that's the heart,
Yeah.
it would have constantly grown that way.
Wow. That's good mulch right there. Wow. Or compost, I meant.
Let me get these out of my ears so I can hear you.
No, I was just joking, saying that's good compost right there.
Oh, the very best. Well, actually, it's pretty, it is good, perfect, but it's not, it's more wood soil, which is great, but it needs, so it's more carbon than it is,
Yeah.
because it's broken down wood. But it's great stuff. But you need another. Compost and soil is comprised of a carbon to nitrogen ratio.
Right.
And this would be very low in the nitrogen because it's just anaerobically decomposed by fungi in the wood,
Right.
creating the soil, and not aerobically decomposed, meaning out in the air. So
Yeah.
it produces a different type, but it's still soil. It's still a primary composition of soil.
Yeah.
But you need organics added. Well, it has organics, but I mean nitrogen added to it to make it really incredible soil.
So I'll put it in my compost pile.
A piece of cake. That's exactly what to do with it.
It's amazing how God created nature and
So apple has a nice rich heartwood color.
yeah, look at that.
That's still the living wood, but that's already dead. About to there is
Which
dead.
is the living wood?
This white is called the sapwood, so that is absolutely living. That's the latest wood. This is heartwood, but because of its, I can see where, well, this is all decomposed. You can see
Yeah.
how soft.
Yeah.
And you can also see where it's started to grow on the inside to protect itself from further rot.
Oh.
But it's not very successful throughout most of its life. It just keeps on going because I don't think apple has a huge, it's probably a medium, what's called compartmentalization. So whenever a tree gets hurt, it's not like a human where the skin actually heals over.
Right.
It grows a new layer of skin over top, but doesn't heal the wound.
Oh.
And then the wound itself, let's just call this the wound area. It sets up, brings chemicals and creates cells that, and chemistry around that to protect, to stop the fungi from going from here to the living wood. So it encapsulates the wood that had been damaged. That's not in this particular case, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
had there been a wound on it, that's what trees do. They grow over the wound and encapsulate it with chemistry to allow the wound to stay there and go no further and allow the tree to continue to live.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is. They're amazing creatures.
And now look at them.
Not like all things. Well, here's what I say. If I hadn't come along, or if someone isn't going to use this for something else, it would have gone to firewood.
Most likely.
Or if we'd let it go a little further, it becomes so doty, like that, you can't even burn it. You can't do anything with it. It would just fall apart. So then it basically rots back to the natural environment. So we're just interceding a little bit before that to see if we can make something useful or attractive that will last another 100 years while we use it before we toss it out or in the fire.
Yeah.
But, so I'll see what I can do. And I can...
Yeah, if you, whatever you do make or whatever.
I'll bring you something. I won't forget you.
Let me see. Well, even just to see what you've
I'll
done.
bring you something. Now it takes a year or two to properly dry anything that I'm going to do.
Right.
And then finish it. But
No, that'd be wonderful. I would love to just to see what came out of it.
well, I can make you a cutting board, a decorative cutting board.
Oh, okay. Sure. Can always use those.
Oh well, there you go. So I'm hoping I can get. Well, I know I have another strap.
Drag it up there.
I was hoping to kind of wrap that and then it would pull together and not kind of damage the lawn.
Like I said, it's been a signature piece for years in front of this house. Yeah. That branch is pretty hollow too. Oh my word. You don't see this part up on the top when it was up in the air.
Yeah.
That didn't take much to cut.
No. Excuse me. Not much was hanging on.
No.
It was good and strong down there, but it wasn't.
Not much longer. Would have went down anyway. It shakes like a heart. like a heart.
I knew it was cracked, and I knew the center was dotty, but hand draw.
What's Mama got, girls? Got a treat? Over there. That log is gonna go in that little trailer. I don't know. I guess the guy does know what he's doing. Couldn't ask for a better guy to take care of this job either, actually. Lord knew who to send. I say that because he's got a, you know, he's an arborist, so he's got a huge love for trees, and he works with them and woodworking, and he talked about making bowls and cutting boards and things like that with this wood, so not sure what that's all about, but I hope everybody's okay. Going up the road, not too often you see the trucks coming up this old road, but God be with them. Finally getting to the roof. How's everybody doing? Oh, don't be scared. Yeah. Hi. How you doing? Pretty girls. Yeah. How you doing? You're doing pretty good in your new coop here. You'll be moved to the other one before you know it. You're so pretty. You pretty girls? Yeah, pretty girls. You doing good?
Hi, cutie.
Hi. What you doing up there? Do you
I'm
see the
listening
girls?
I'm listening for our chickens on the neighbor's property.
Yeah, I can hear them. Can you see them?
Can't see them, I can hear them.
Come on, girls. Come on, girls. I hear you in there.
You're not too far away.
No, I know. Get over here. I hear you.
I shouldn't have ate, honey.
I know the feeling.
I'm having a hard time bending over.
You might.
Don't you hate when you finish eating, you don't feel like working?
Yeah, don't puke.
Well, I won't puke. That's a waste of food.
But you're bent over
I don't care.
with a
It's still
full
waste of
belly. You see them now? I hear they're getting closer.
food. That's their
No,
for coming back home.
no, it's my voice.
Come back home.
Come on, girls. Come on back. Time to come home.
Come on back. Come on back, Jack.
How many times I gotta tell you, that's not our property. Get over here. So while Joe got the roof on, I've been working on the metal fabric cloth here, whatever it's called, attaching it to the door. So when this door, when it's hot or whatever, what I can do is I can shut that, and we're gonna have the opportunity to keep that open while this stays closed. And yeah, and then this comes up, this lifts up. So I've done both doors. Now I have to work on this last piece here in the middle, and we'll be done with the inside of the fabric mesh here, this metal stuff. And then I'll be having to carry on with the bottom skirting of this, because as you can see, we've got a big gap there. So I've got to roll out this stuff, and then we're going to bury it. Reload. Gotta get my goggles. There, all finished. I got all the walls meshed in. It's coming. Joe's putting the roof, oh yeah, look at me. Joe's putting the roof paper on before putting the shingles up, so I'm trying to figure out what else I can do to alleviate his workload. Oops, I forgot something very important. Oh, what are you doing?
Huh? Getting hurt.
What are you trying to do?
Trying to put these shingles up there. And it came down on.
So I was saying, I forgot to put the door up. This is another day, so now it's time for me to put on all the different hardwares, the locks, the latches, the door handles, things like that. And then Joe is going to lay out the vinyl flooring that we're going to put under here. Just going to help keep things clean and make sure that this doesn't rot as much. Not that it won't. Anyway, he's going to do that, and then we'll be finished. Actually, I've got to do a little bit more of the rodent or predator skirting around the bottom here, and then we'll be done. I'll be able to put the shavings in, put the bedding in for the laying boxes. It's early in the morning, excuse me. Not quite awake yet. Still haven't had my coffee, full coffee yet. Anyway, when I get everything all situated, then we'll do a little tour when everything's all finished. And until then, we will see you in a YouTube second. Okay, it's the next day, guys. We ended up getting a bunch of rain, and so luckily we were doing like just the hardware stuff and things like that. But I want to do the reveal and show you around. This is an amazing coop. I'm so excited, and I've got the girls in there already, and they're loving it. And so yeah, let's go take a look. So coming up to the coop. Hi girls, how you liking the new house? So this is the laying box. The only thing that I do want to add here, this is going to be like a storage area for my chicken feed and things like that, and the bedding. We're going to make like a storage box in there. So that's the only other thing that we're going to be doing. But anyway, but this is the laying box. So I love that we did the raised type style where they can hang out here underneath. Inside here is mostly, like the run is mostly for when it's winter time, or yeah, mostly winter time. But anyway, let's go inside. Now the girls are right here by the door, and they're gonna probably want to try and come out. So I put these extra locks on the latches so that nothing like raccoons, they're really smart. They'll lift that up no problem. I found this picture at the Value Village, and I thought that would be perfect. And so Joe actually hung it up there for me. So what I can tell you really is the whole coop, let me turn the camera. The whole coop itself is an 8 by 12. 8 feet wide, 12 feet long. That's including like underneath and here. So this is a great little spot, a great covered spot for them. Keeps them out of the rain. You really want to keep your chickens nice and dry, their feet dry, stuff like that. Oh, this is the first time I'm seeing them go up the ladder. You getting a good feel of the house or what? So I really love these doors right here. A door within a door. So when it's hot in the summer, which it will get hot, I can keep these opened in the evening, because nothing will get inside these doors as well. Also, I took the security latch and made sure that was there. But both of them open up. Also, so just for show and tell reasons. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you how this works. So we've got this door, and then these doors open up so that I can get right in there. Hold on, the girls are coming out here. Okay, so I'll open that up. And then this door here drops down. So I can't open it all the way. That's the only problem without having this outside door open a little more. Because when some of the plans I changed a bit. So what took some of the room was by putting their exit, like their door, right here beside this big door. The other plan, oh, see, now she just choked right up. You girls make a liar out of chicken.com, because they say a chicken comfortably jumps no more than 18, 20 inches. That is definitely higher than 18 or 20 inches. You gonna jump down now? What do you think? You're all gonna jump up now. Up. See? Okay, that one didn't. You're gonna have to use the ladder. As I was saying, the other plan was that the door, these big doors are usually on the outside where the back wall was. And I decided to put it on the inside so that if I am cleaning, I can just pull it out here and be out of the elements too if it happens to be raining or whatever. So otherwise the doors would be on the other side of the coop and this guy would be over more. But anyway, so this door drops down so that I can really do so I can really do a good cleaning. Let me turn the camera around again. And so I'll just push all this bedding up. Now, if you can see where because we put the flooring down on this, we put just like a laminate type flooring underneath, which is going to make it easier for me to clean also. I'll be able to pull all this out when it comes time. But this is called a deep bed litter. And what a deep litter or deep bed litter means is that it'll give you, it depends on how deep you put it, but it's meant so that you don't have to clean it all the time. And as you're just basically adding more chips or whatever bedding that you're using for your chickens. And then the ratio, from what I've heard, is that if you've got 10 to 12 inches of space, which is what we have here, we've got probably more like, well, that line was 18 inches, so that's probably 12 inches high where the brown flooring is. So that's how deep I'll be able to get this bedding. And what that means for me is changing the bedding maybe once or twice a year. So, but I'm kind of a little extra, so I'll be probably doing it twice a year most likely. Now the only thing that I've discovered now is with the laying boxes is we didn't put a lip, and we should have, because now I see most of the straw, they kind of scratch it out. So Joe's going to have to put a small lip there to keep the straw inside the boxes. He also, I thought he was going to think I was crazy, to add a switch. So he put a switch in for me so that I can turn the light on and off. So I keep the light on during the evening. This is not going to be a very bright light in the evening though for them. It just keeps them laying more consistently, I guess. But in the winter time, that'll turn into a heat lamp light, and they'll be good. So also in the plans, it only called for one where they perch up. And I put, because there's going to be about 32 chickens in here, maybe 40. So I wanted them to have a good space. They've got this space, and then they've got that space to perch up on. Also, we put the windows here. So right now, currently they're covered because it's still fairly cold. So we've got two on either side. And that's going to give us some like cross wind so that it'll air it out when it gets fairly warm in here in the summertime. This is what we've been working on for the last 3 weeks, and I'm really excited that it's finally finished. The only other thing too that we got to do is down at the bottom, use those wires because I think that's what he was using to create the electricity in the coop. But anyway, now I did a lot of security skirting. Let me go outside and show you what I mean. Before I leave too, so that we don't get locked out, we did a little pull cord here, so that's going to release that door. And I have to put this I have to put this back on there because it's too heavy for it to stay closed. So anyway, that's so we don't get locked out, just like that. So just to make sure that no other animals get in my chicken coop. What I did, especially around the back, I've got to fix this fencing, but I did like 3 different layers of wire plus this black plastic fencing that that people use to go around their oil tanks when they're brand new for heating their homes with, or propane tanks, when they're being delivered to their house. So Joe works for a company, for an oil company, and he just got a whole mess of these for nothing. You can see over top there, all that black pile is more. But anyway, we're gonna fill this up with dirt all the way around the coop, and I still have to put more the other black stuff, but I did the chicken wire here, and then I did the really good stuff right here along the edge. And because I can't see back here, I really laid it thick back here, stapled it all down. So I tried to, as they say, it's locked down like Fort Knox. Nothing is going to get into this coop if I have anything to do with it. So yeah, that's the tour, everybody. I'm really excited just to know that they've got a really good space to hang out in, and it's going to be easier for me to do the chores and things like that. I wasn't sure if 4 boxes was going to be enough. Joe seems to think it is, because we've got 11 girls here, and we've got, in that chicken coop over there, we've got 4 boxes in there too, and they pretty much only use 2 out of it. But I'm like, yeah, but we've got 30 chickens, so they're going to be used up, that's for sure. And another thing too, once I got this project finished, I'll be able to get all this construction zone fixed up. It's just wood everywhere. So I feel like it's a junkyard right now, but I'll be working on getting that all cleaned up and stuff. This weekend we pick up our new chicks this Friday, so I will bring you along for that. I think I'm going to do a video of start to finish, you know, like from getting your chicks to how to get them started at the beginning, especially when, you know, the first week of their life is very very delicate, so in order to keep them alive. So some things you just can't do anything about, but there is some precautions that you can do. I've got one chick here she's getting picked on by the other girls. There is a pecking order, of course, but they're just being really rude to her. So do you want to come out? I'll let you come out. And I thought I would just keep her kind of on her own and not get picked on as much. Her crown is all scabbed up from them grabbing a hold of her and stuff like that, so I'm just afraid that they'll kill her. But anyway, I just thought I'd give her a break, and I put her in this coop. So my Orpingtons, the buff Orpingtons, they're doing awesome too. And I'm going to be bringing them over to this coop, well, in a couple days actually, what Joe's going to do for me with this coop. Because the thing is, yes, we've got the side door here, but I really can't get into the far back where they perch. I'll show you what I mean. This has been all winter long. Okay, so I've cleaned it once at the beginning of the winter, but the rest has been deep litter, so. But anyway, that back wall, I'm going to get Joe to cut out a chunk of that and make that also into a latch door like this, so that I can get back there, because I can't reach to get back there, and that's obviously the biggest area for where the poop is. So even if I've got a really good rake, but I'm gonna have to scrape this out too, right, before the new chicks can go in here. I want to make sure it's nice and clean and sterile for when they move in. So we're gonna cut out some of that back wall, and so that I can go on the other side and clean it. Poor girl, getting all picked on all the time. I'll give you extra attention and they'll be all jealous. So let me shut that. So this weekend is chick day, so we're going to pick up 16 layers And then we also got to work on those. I've been saying it for the last probably month or so, maybe more. But my greenhouses, they need to get done. So what we're going to do there is put the, we're going to put more of a frame up to support, support the whole thing. And then we're going to fix the plastic and probably have to tape up a few holes because I got to get those plants moved out there before they end up going inside the actual garden. So we got lots to do, especially this weekend. This is going to be a really busy one. I would have had most of it done had Joe got called into work, so he had to take at least a half a day to go help with work, and which is why it took us an extra day to do our coop. That looks so good back there. And I see that canoe. Speaking of canoe, I can't wait to get out on the water and get fishing too. So there it is. Ta-da! Finally it is finished. The biggest project that we've had so far. And it's, geez, not even May yet. Well, pretty soon. Next week will be May. Or actually, no, this weekend. Oh, what am I talking about? Anyway, so we've got her done. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Joe to help me with how we made the plans and the pieces of wood and stuff like that. And I'll put plans down in writing under the description of this video if you want to try making your own. If you have any questions, be sure to comment below. I'm sure Joe or I can help you with those questions. Thanks for your patience. This has been a video that's been made in the last like a few days increments. Just like my previous video, it's just been crazy, and Joe having to work and stuff like that and being called in, so kind of messed up a few of our plans, but we got her done. We got her done. Thank you, Lord. It's been quite the journey building this coop. So I'm going to sign off for now until the next video. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful week. Enjoy the first weekend of May that's coming up this weekend. And we'll see you in the next video. Okay, take care and God bless. Bye for now.